Okay, so hi there everyone. We're now in our next video in the grade 11 statistics and probability classes. We're still on chapter 0 and we are now on the part of the fundamental principles of counting. So chapter 0 talks about the review in probability before we even start with the random variables proper. Now, in the last video, hope you saw that we have ended with the with these exercises on the fundamental principles of counting, that is including the rule of product and the rule of addition. So specifically here in this specific exercise, we're going to answer some multiplication principle questions. Um, here is our question. So currently, the format of license plates for vehicles in a country that is in the Philippines is 3 letters followed by 4 numbers. So we are given these exercises or these questions. Hopefully you answered it already. How many different plates can be made for number one? Number two, how many different plates are there if letters can be repeated but no two numbers can be the same? And how many different plates can there be if repetition of numbers and letters are allowed, except that no plate can have 4 zeros. So that's for number one. For number two, an exam consists of 10 multiple choice questions, each of which has 4 choices. Letter A, in how many ways can a student answer the test? And letter B, in how many ways can the student answer the test and get all the answers totally wrong? So you may pause the video to answer this. You may want to think about it in a while. Okay, so hopefully you answered it already. So for number one, again, we have 3 letters and 4 numbers. So how many different plates all in all can there be? So we may want to think of the number of letters that we have in our alphabet. So we are making use of the um, the normal English alphabet. So that's 26 letters. So there are 3 of them, 3 letters, which is composed of 26 different elements or different letters. So we have 26. So making use of the multiplication principle, so 26 times 26 times 20 times 26, followed by 4 numbers. So we have 10 numeric numbers in the Hindu Arabic, so running from 0 to 9. Maybe you will just say it's 9 because we must not forget of the zeros, okay? So it should be 0 to 9. So therefore we have 10. So 10 times 4, rather, sorry, 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So we're going to raise 10 by 4 rather than multiply by 4. So the answer for letter A will be something like this. So for the first letter, we have 26 choices times 26 choices again times 26 choices times 10 choices on the numbers times 10 choices on the numbers times 10 choices on the numbers times 10 choices of the numbers. So we have this answer, which is 175,760,000. So you may want to check that on your calculator. I'm checking it right now. Times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So pretty much that's the answer. Okay, now let's consider letter B for now. The same different planes can there be if letters can be repeated, but no two numbers can be the same. So since the letters can be repeated, so we may just copy this 26 and 26 and 26. So we multiply that. Now, imagine the numbers cannot be repeated. So if we got already one number here, for instance, we got the number 5, we cannot repeat 5 in the second choice of numbers. So this 10, instead of 10, minus one element, which is 5, this is going to be 9. Okay, now we have chosen two numbers already, rather. So we have only 8 choices of the next one. And we have chosen 3 letters already. We have only, um, how many? 10, 9, 8, 7 choices here. So our answer will be something like this. Okay, so we have 26 times 26 times 26 from all the letters. That is going to be it may be repeated times 10. We have already have your answer or your number, your first number. On the second number, you cannot choose the one which is given before, so that's why you have only 9 choices left. On the third number, you have only 8 because you have already chosen 2 numbers here, so you cannot repeat that because there's no repetition of numbers. And 7 here because 3 are already taken. So making use of your calculator, you just need to multiply that. So we have 26 times 26 times 26 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7. The answer is there. It's 88,583,040 different plate numbers if the letters can be repeated but the numbers cannot be. Okay, now let's take a look at this letter C. How many different plates can be made if repetition of numbers and letters are allowed, except that we don't want any plates that have only 4 zeros, that have strictly 4 zeros with them? So how many are they? So first, we must take note that we are only what do you call that? We're only getting this exclusive. We're going to get rid of the of a specific condition, which is all zeros. So we must take note of all those plate numbers which has all zeros. So starting from AAA000, AAB000, AAC000, up until ZZZ000. So how do we get that? We need to count all of those numbers with all the zeros, and we want to specifically choose the zero. So that's where we're coming from in this equation first. So we have 26 letters times 26 times 26. We don't care if it's repeating or not. But we want to specify, we're going to choose this one here. This one should be the zero itself. So how many plate numbers are there that has strictly one number, which is the same, which is all zero? So there are 17,576 of them, plate numbers with all zeros with them. Okay, all zeros with them. What we're gonna do, since this is our restriction, that was the word I was actually finding out a while ago. These are our only restrictions with this letter C. Now, repetition is okay. Letters are okay. Repetition of letters are okay, but except these. Now, what we're gonna do is we're going to deduct this number from the original, from letter A's answer. So letter A's answer is 175,760,000. We're going to deduct 17,556 from that. So we have 175,760,000 minus 17,576. The answer will be here. 175,742,420, rather, 424. Sorry, this is my goodness. This is a typographical error. Okay, it should be 175,742,424, not 242. Sorry. Okay, so 424 it should be. Sorry for the error. So that's for letter C. So there are 175,742,424 different plate numbers with all zeros erased or restricted. Okay, now let's move on with number 2. An exam consists of 10 multiple choice questions, each of which has 4 choices. Now, how many ways can a student answer the test? Answer the test, whatever it may be. The student may have any score, but the question is how many different sets of answers can he make? So there are 4 choices and there are 10 multiple choice questions. So simply as it is, in number 1 you have 4 choices, in number 2 you have 4 choices, in number 3 you have 4 choices, in number 4 you have 4 choices. Then you have those choices in up until 10 questions. So you just multiply all of them and you'll see that it's 4 times 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 4, or 4 raised to 10. That's going to be 1,048,576. So 4 raised to 10 is 1,048,576. Okay, now for letter B, in how many ways can a student answer the test and get all questions wrong? Okay, get all questions wrong. Now we want to get this perfect zero score of the student. Now we want to first assume that they're in this test, there is only one answer for every item, and there are 3 which are wrong answers. So how can a student get all the wrong answers? So for number 1, simply the student will not choose the right answer. So there is only one right answer, and there are 3 wrong answers. So in number 1, there are 3 choices to choose from. Likewise, for number 2, there are 3 choices to choose from, because those choices are the wrong answers. And for number 3, there are also 3 choices. So we try to imagine this part, we build that up. So therefore we have 3 times 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 3 equals 59,049. So simply that's 3 raised to 10. So making sure that the all the answers of that particular student is wrong, or are all wrong rather. So that's 59,049. So meaning if you want to have your answer as 0, so you have 59,049 ways to do that. And of course, if I may add letter C, in how many ways can a student get all the answers correct? Well, there's only one way. Okay, there's only one way, meaning the student must follow the correct key answer, the flow of the answer. Okay, so there's only one way for the student to perfect it, out of 1,048,576 total ways to answer the test. Okay, why is it one way also? 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 raised to 10 is just 1. Okay, so that's it for this video. Our main goal is to answer these exercises. Hopefully you got that. Okay, sorry for the typo here again, and please do like and subscribe. Okay, see ya.